This is the book about Charlie. In an alley of a big city, there lived a cat named Charlie. Charlie's alley was untidy. There were sticks and rags and empty pots and crocks and broken toys. There was so little to eat that Charlie was as thin as a stick. He was raggedy as the rags. One day, Charlie saw a large yellow tomcat stepping out of a garbage can. "There's nothing but a beetle in there," sighed the yellow cat. "When I was a young cat like you, I lived in the country. I climbed trees and I drank milk. Sometimes I ate vanilla ice cream. And after supper, I played tiger in the grass. Those were the days." The yellow tomcat sighed again and went on his way. Charlie thought about milk and vanilla ice cream. He thought about trees. He thought, who would play tiger in the grass here in one tuft of grass? "I think I will move to the country." Since he had nothing to pack, he put up his tail and started off immediately. After he'd been padding along for a while, Charlie heard fire engines coming down the street. He stood near a small old lady and watched them go by. And the small old lady stepped on Charlie's tail. "Eee!" screeched Charlie. "Eee!" screeched the old lady. "What an awful scruffy cat!" She shook her umbrella at him. Charlie was so frightened that he ran and ran until he could run no more. Then he sat down. Beside him was a white wall, and hanging over the top of the wall was a green branch from a tree. Is this the country on the other side of the wall? Charlie wondered. He had just enough strength to jump to the top to find out. Charlie looked down. He saw trees and grass and flowers. He saw a little pool with moss and ferns around it and a fountain in the middle of it. Beyond the pool were houses with window boxes. Charlie had never seen such a beautiful place. "I could play tiger in there," he said to himself. "Tiger in the tall, cool grass." He jumped down and went to the pool. As he took a sip of water, Charlie saw a golden fish. "Is this the country?" he asked the fish. "No, silly. This is a courtyard," said the fish. She disappeared under a lily pad. Cats, even small ones, made her nervous. There was a rustling in the trees. A bird sat on a low branch. "What is a courtyard?" Charlie asked the bird. "It is a private garden. No strangers are allowed to live here," squawked the bird, and he flew away. He didn't like cats. Just then, a girl came out of one of the houses. Her name was Liza. Liza saw Charlie. "Oh, you poor cat," she says. "You look very hungry." She brought him a bowl of milk. Miss Twilliger came by. She was on her way to a tea party. She was wearing her newest hat. Miss Twilliger loved hats, and this one was her favorite hat of all. Suddenly, the wind blew through the courtyard. It blew so hard it carried Miss Twilliger's hat up into a tree. Oh, my hat!" Miss Twilliger called. The children came out of their houses to see what was the matter. There was Billy and Peggy and Peter and Anne and Priscilla. They all looked up on Miss Twilliger's hat. Liza's father came out. He tried to get the hat down. He threw Billy's boomerang at it, but the boomerang flew past the branch and came back again. Charlie's tail twitched. He knew just what to do. He leapt up the tree. He crept along the branch. He was so small and so light that the branch didn't break. It hardly even bent. When he reached Miss Twilliger's hat, he hit at it with his paw and went sailing to the ground. "What a wonderful cat!" cried the children. Each one said, "Let me have him. He's mine. He's mine." "You can't all take the cat," Liza's father said. I will build a house for him and put it under this tree. He will belong to all of us. I will make the roof, said Billy. I will make the soft pillow for a bed, said Priscilla. I will make the door, said Peter. I will paint the house, said Anne and Peggy. And I will feed our cat every day, said Liza. Miss Twilliger smiled and smiled. So did Charlie. So Liza's father and the children made a house for Charlie. They put it under a tree. Charlie went into his house and then came out back again. He was so happy because his house was just the right size, and trees and flowers and fireflies were painted on it. Charlie was so excited that he ran around and around his house. Then suddenly he stopped and crouched. He put out a paw. He crept quietly, he crept along, and the children said, "Hush," for Charlie was playing tiger in the grass. The end.